Hi, how are you keeping? So, welcome back to Arctic War here. We're in the Arctic winter, or Arctic War, I said, out of war, I mean. So, today I think I'm going to do some quests here. We're getting quite close to our next vehicle upgrade here, which is a loader at level 30s. We're 35 right now, but this is quite an upgrade, and I want to get my hands on it and see what she can do. So, to do that, we're going to go over here and take a look at our quests. Now, I'm looking at this coal quest here. We could also do some gravel if we wish, but for right now I wanted to try and get a full load of coal here and get this quest complete. It's quite a lot of experience, as you can see there. So if we go in here to our coal storage, you can see that we've quite a lot of that done already. So over here we have a little coal van. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in my loader here and start extracting as much of that as possible. You can see it just over here. So let's get to work here and try and get this quest done and see if we can't oops. It'd be great if I wasn't driving into random dirt piles there, but that's okay. Let's go ahead here and see if we can't gather enough coal to complete ourselves a quest. We're into episode 36 now, I believe, and still haven't done a quest, so it'd be nice to take that one off the bucket list. Well, that's it. But anyway, let's see how far this coal van will continue into the side of this mountain here. Hopefully I can guess, you know, as many full scoops as possible. Gonna have to strip back some of this overburden here, of course, but that's no problem. Our little L11 has been good to us, but I would just kind of like to get this new machine boss and lay it down beside the L11 there, just to see the size difference alone. I think it'd be quite interesting. Kind of just scooping a bit of pay dirt there, but that's okay. It's in our way, yeah, so it's gonna have to go. And let's get that bucket down and get scraping that ground. That's good. We're into a little bit more coal there, even to the left of us. Let's take another scoop to the left here and see if that how far over this coal vein is going to continue. If we can get back that far with this scoop, we can. And I can't quite see there. Yeah, just not expanding too far more to the left there. So let's work on the right hand side now and see how wide that is. I'm not sure if it's just kind of particular to this map, but the coal veins don't, the ones I've run into at least, don't tend to last too long. Perhaps I need to dig a bit deeper to get into you know, a good chunk of that there. And one thing we can actually do while we're at it is go ahead and upgrade the tires on my vehicle here. So let's go into our store and get some chained tires. I would assume we're going to need 4 of them there. Let's try that. Go into our vehicle inventory here. And let's just pretend that that vehicle is up on blocks for the moment. And there we go. Not sure if it's going to be performance upgrade, but aesthetically it's very nice indeed. That power cable is a little bit in the way there for digging over here, but that's okay. I'll do my best to avoid it. Now I did notice with the other loaders I've used that they didn't tend to overload their bucket as quite well as the L11 here, so I'm just curious how good that next loader is going to be in terms of getting, you know, full scoops. from watching, you know, videos of other guys playing on YouTube and stuff. Everybody seems to love this vehicle in particular. I guess it's the most easily accessible good machine, let's just say. I think the level requirement is not so high. And it's a bit of a grind, kind of getting up there in the levels, but that's good. It's part of the fun of the game, I would say. And our FPS is not doing too good right now. I guess as I expand my mining here more and more, that's going to be an issue, but that's not the end of the world. The top layer of ice, when you're digging through it, does give frame drops, for me at least. And perhaps it is the conveyor that's actually giving us frame drops this time. A little bit of an overhang there, let's get that deleted. Okay, nice full scoop of coal that time. Okay, let's try and get some of this ice off the top there. Get it exposed. Beautiful. And of course we're auto selling our dirt, so you might see the cash change ever so slightly in the top right there from time to time. And their little warehouse is at full capacity, so that XP bar is gaining all the time, just slowly. Alright, let's try and get a full one of just coal this time. Scrape that ground. Go straight, please. There we go. Nice and full. Beautiful. Scrape the ground there again. Take it easy on the power, so we're not deleting too much of that coal. A little bit of ice floating in the air there. Let me go ahead and get rid of that, or I'll be staring at it every time I pass it. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead. Take a little chunk out of the right hand side here. Or the right side. A bit more of that ice out of my way. Go ahead here and scrape this lift just to open up that angle a little bit. Alright, let's try and get ourselves back into a bit more coal there. Seems to be getting too much pay dirt and not enough coal. Alrighty, nice full one of just coal there. Kind of swing into it and take a straight one here. Here we go. Lift that bucket and try and delete some of this ice here. It's okay. We'll come back for a high one next time. Alrighty, let's get that ice then out of my way. There we go. Drop that bucket, please. The game really is not liking me at the moment. I may go ahead and restart here if it doesn't kind of improve. Sometimes it sorts itself out after a while, but it doesn't seem to want to do that at the moment. Let's take some of that ice with us. There we go. Okay, let me use this opportunity to refill the L11 here and restart the game. Hopefully I can fix some of these game stutters. Alrighty then, I went ahead there and reloaded my game, and it seems to be a bit smoother so far, and we've refueled our little L11 here. LL11, I was going to say. Okay, the usual FPS drops with taking the ice, but not as bad. No problem, so we can play it like this for sure. I wonder if these changed tires would rip up this concrete in actuality. I'm sure it would do it no favours, but yeah. And I will continue my concrete foundation out there into what we're working away with at the moment, but let's leave that for now and kind of concentrate on getting this coal extracted. Let's take a high one there, get rid of that overhanging ice. It's not going to do anybody any favours. I'm getting caught up on it a little bit there. It's okay. Straighten out and we'll go again. Might actually be a decent little parking area if I go ahead and continue to dig out all this. Our collection of machinery is kind of pretty varied, and I have quite a lot of machinery now. I'm happy with the collection. It'd be nice to keep adding it, finding little jobs for different vehicles. Like, I'm sure I'm going to hang on to my L11 here to sell us, unless that new loader is crazy. But what I'm concerned about is the size of that actual loader. Like, would I even be able to get it into that tunnel there if I wanted to use it in there? So I think this machine here will always have a use around the mine at some stage or another. So let's scrape our floor a little bit here. Okay. Mostly just dirt in that one, but that's alright. One thing I am realizing with this game is I do need to get a much bigger mouse pad. There's quite a lot of wrist action going on with the bucket movements. Alright, let's just scrape the bottom of this and continue to open up my angle here. There we go, nice full load. Yeah, we can scrape a bit of the top of this here, I believe. Let's not try and cut in too much though, keep it on the angle that I've created there. Okay, that will do. Lower that bucket, give ourselves some stability. Okay, let's continue. Straight in there, please. Okay, it's not a great scoop. Let's go ahead here and try and scrape a bit more ice into that bucket if we can. There we go. There we go. Nice. And that's a nice angle to open up. I can continue to come in from the left there and start getting coal out of it pretty soon. One or two more high ones just to clean it up a little bit here, and we'll be looking good, I think. I hope. Alright, let's go in for a low one. Try and even this ground out ever so slightly as we go. There we go. Decent amount of coal on that one. Oops, bouncing the machine back off the hard ground there. Alright, let's try and get one full scoop of coal here. Gonna get a little bit of pay dirt there, but that's okay of course. There we go, that's nice. Kind of take a little chunk of that ground out with us, as we'll be building over this with our concrete there. Try and extract a little bit more value of this coral vein, which appears to be kind of coming to an end, sadly. But I think we've got enough there to get one quest done at least. Fingers crossed. There we go, nice high one there. If it continues much higher into this mountain, I might have to get a machine up top there and load into our truck, but we'll see how it goes for now. And let's lower that bucket, straighten it up. There we go. Should be a decent amount of coal in there, even though the aesthetic is pay dirt. And unfortunately we're at the end of that coal vein there, but let's go ahead and get the last scraps there. Now up on our ramp here we do have a little coal vein, I believe, somewhere, or actually it appears to be gone as well, which is not ideal. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and clean up the work we've done here with a bit of a concrete foundation, and then we'll go over to our storage and check how well we did. Alright, let's jump out here and clean up this a little bit. We have a bunch of concrete blocks and plenty of cash, so let's pretty it up slightly. Okay, so we're level 36, 2 levels required. Not too bad at all. Of course, gaining XP from all the smelting we're doing over at the first warehouse we created there. Now that we have kind of roads in place, I don't really think there's any need to build, you know, a second kind of warehouse facility. I'm not much of a builder, to be honest. Come back in with my loader there and scrape up this pay dirt here. Pretty it up a little bit. Scrape a little bit of coal there as well while we're at it. But over in this direction we kind of scrape that ground pretty good with our bucket. Let's go to first person here and make it slightly easier for myself. Don't want to encroach too much on the roads there, but we can probably, yeah, we can do this, no problem. Worst case scenario is we're just driving off a little bit of a lip here, which is no problem for our big machinery. Alright, let's get in that loader and start scraping this ground. Clean it up a little bit. Right, let's angle it slightly down so those teeth are on the concrete itself. There we go. Take one slightly to the right now. Hopefully we can scrape a little more coal there. Should probably go ahead and actually check the storage to make sure that I got enough coal there to complete one quest at least, but I would imagine that I did. We got a decent amount of full scoops of it. We're overloading this bucket, which has a 10 square meter capacity, and there's a decent load of coal as I speak. So overloaded, I guess there's about a quarter of the bar at least that allows for overload. We're probably looking at 12 or 13 square meters for each one that we're dumping. Let's get that bucket scraping. There we go, that should do nicely. Kinda dragging me all over the place, but that's okay. Stuck in the ice. Turn her, there you go. Alright, let's actually drive out onto this road here and turn that machine and clean up that corner a little bit. Give ourselves a bit of a room to maneuver there. Alrighty, let's try to scrape this if we can. There we go, that should do. Let's come back and take another swipe at it. Turn in. Keep turning, keep turning. Need to come at it from the other side, I think. That's okay, no problem. Right, let's drop that bucket and work our way in here. Clean that edge up a little bit. There we go, that's nice. Alright, let's do a little bit from this side here. There we go, not too far. Yeah, that's a bit cleaner, I would say. Alright, let's jump out here and clean up what we can. Let's get that pickaxe out here and do a little bit of hand mining real quick. There we go. The smoothing perhaps. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, there we go. Rough it up a little bit. We can probably get rid of this concrete block actually. Or do we actually, maybe we want this. Let's just put this across here and see how it looks like. It was a shame to cover a road which we just built, but that's fine. I mean, it looks a bit cleaner actually. Let's go in here and get ourselves some more concrete. So, buildings, I think we're just using the normal concrete, I believe. Let's go ahead and buy a bunch of these. We're gonna need them at some stage or another. So hopefully this is the aesthetic I'm using, and it is. Wonderful. There we go. Our asphalt is kind of encroaching a little bit there, but that's fine. It's fine. One more maybe? Nah, I better not. I'll be doing it all evening if I start. Let's go ahead and kind of call this our docking area. And I am kind of, you know, I'm trying to spend the money as I make it, just so it gives us something to do. We always kind of have to, you know, mine to make some money, but I think over in the warehouse there's at least a couple of $1 million worth of stuff queued up. So, and I have 3.8 there. So I'm kind of not struggling, but I'm kind of just looking for things to spend that cash on. I'm sure once we get up in the levels a little bit, some of this machinery is going to be costing us a lot of cash. So I should probably be thinking of holding on to some of it rather than just spending as quickly as I can. But I do enjoy the mining itself, so it's no problem for me to sit around for a couple of hours and to grind some gravel there, or the pay dirt obviously. Go ahead and get ourselves another scoop of that coal while we have it. Turn into it the best we can. Mostly pay dirt in that bucket, but that's okay. Go ahead here and kind of work this corner a little bit just to straighten it up slightly. There we go. Got a bit of an overhang of the ice there. I'll have to come back for that. Getting stuck. Okay, there we go. take a wide turn here and kind of come in and scrape the top of that ridge line. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, let's get that bucket down on the ground. Get his last scrape at this coal. There we go. Nice full one. And Parker leveling up. We're done with that for the time being. Do a bit more foundation work here and we'll run over to the storage and check how well we did there. Take you with me. Ah, come on. There we go. A little bit of hand mining here just to clean that last speck up. Alright, let's get over to our production facility here and check our storage. Actually, we can park you up. That's a good space for you. Why not? Just back it in there and it'll be nice and tidy. There we go. Little speck here that I missed. No. Down these stairs then over to our coal, which should be the storage. Oh yeah, so we did quite well there. I have a bit of coal in my inventory. Let's put you in storage. Now I believe I needed 30 something thousand there. So let's go ahead and split this stack. Let's go with about this much, 31,000 or so. Quest base load, it's even less, 27,000. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Go back into our storage here and drop off what I don't need. So we need 27k. So if we combine that, that should do. Now, so we have a decent bit of coal there left over. We can go ahead into our store here and sell that. And it sells for a decent amount there, 90k for the full stack. I need a couple hundred more coal there. This small stack should do it. So we are at the start of level 36 there. Let's see how much this gives us. And I need a little bit more coal. Oh god. So we need 50 more coal. Let's go ahead and split that stack a couple times there. That will do. So it gives us about half a level there. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's go and have a look at that gravel quest perhaps. So the gravel, fire up the crusher. Need 28,000 gravel. It's going to give us a little bit less XP there. Yeah, that was worth it, I would say. It takes quite a while to get enough pay dirt there to get half a level. Let's actually go ahead and clean up our base a little bit while we're here, why not? Those dirty kind of walls. Our pylon is going to be in that, but that's okay, no problem. Get the pickaxe out there, do a little bit of hand mining. Okay, there we go, beautiful. Oops. Pickaxe back out. There we go, last spec. And how is this looking here? Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and kind of angle ourselves here. Do I have drainite? I guess I do, right? Surely. Not many, but I have some. Let's go ahead there and just get a whole stack of those. We're gonna need them at some point or another. Just slightly easier. Put that on snap build. There we go. Let's go ahead here and get some support for that pylon. A little bit of blasting required there. There we go. Beautiful. Let's get ourselves a stairs up here. Do I have some? I do indeed. So let's go in here like this. There we go. Let's see what that looks like up top. Not too bad actually. Go ahead here and give ourselves a bit of a footpass, but let's do a little bit of blasting there first. Get rid of this crap. And my beautiful stonework. Much better. Alright, let's have the footpath extending out here and kind of the ice stairs encroaching onto it, we will say. Or I will pretend in my brain, at least. Okay, let's get you back into grid builds. Beautiful. What have we got here? That pylon. How does that look? Ah, that looks pretty good. Can we do the same here? We can. Ooh. Much better, I would say. Give those a concrete base. And we can do the same for you. Why not? One for everybody in the crowd. Alright, let's continue with my footpath here. Alright, let's give these pylons concrete foundations all the way down. Why not? That's not exactly on the grid. I want this. Can I snap it perhaps? No. Okay, so what we can do is just put two there for that one. Okay, that's not exactly centered, but it's okay, no problem. So this one, interesting. This one doesn't want to play ball. Let's try snap there, or free build. I don't really use free build, but let's see if we can make this work. We can. And I would say that that looks reasonable. And what about you? Beautiful. Is that still floating in there? No, it is not. That is my eyes deceiving me. There we go. I'm not sure why I built that wind farm over there so far away. I did it kind of very early in the series, but I was putting much thought into having to run power lines all over the place. But that's okay, you know. it works. That's the main thing. Just a few more. There we go. Doesn't have to be exactly lined up, let's be honest. Any support will do. It's better than just being kind of shanked into the ice there. Ready to fall over at any point. This one is kind of floating, so you definitely need support. This one is floating, unfortunately. There we go. Alrighty, and that is looking pretty decent, in my opinion. I'm sure many people disagree, but for me that is okay. Alrighty then, let's get back over here and continue to clean this base up a little bit. Get some more decoration down and some more safety features. There is paint in the game, but I don't know, I kind of like the default red there. It kind of, you know, it matches the conveyors and everything, so I'm happy with it. So let's get ourselves a wall. We're on free build. Let's get back there to grid, please. First person, make it slightly easier to place these down. And how is this lining up? Gonna be a tight space there, but that's okay. Let's go ahead here and get ourselves some railings. So let's continue here. There we go. A little bit more out this way. Don't really need one there, but that's fine. Let's go ahead then and get ourselves some more concrete. So we want the normal concrete, I believe, right? Go ahead and grab a bunch of those. Get that back on my bar. Pick that up in a minute. A bit of blasting required. One more. Then get myself on snap build. There we go. That will do. Clean that dirt up. Okay, should do nicely. I guess the problem I have, I'm kind of enclosing myself here, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to improve this production line too much. I can see myself building a brand new kind of production line once we reach wherever we end up mining next. But for now, this kind of does everything I need. You know, we automated some of our smelting. We still manually smelting the silicone and the gold there, which is not ideal. So in the next facility, everything will be automated. I hope, if I can figure it out, that is. But worst case scenario, I guess I go and watch somebody who knows how to play the game. Go and watch one of their videos and figure it out from them. But that's a little bit away yet, so we won't worry about it just now. A little bit of blasting there. Get ourselves some support under this one if possible. There we go. And we can come out this way now. Give ourselves a little bit of an entrance there. How's that looking there now? That is not too bad, I would say. So we can get up top here and do we want a footpath out this way? I don't think so. It is like a footpath. These blocks are wide. Now I need to take you with me. Let's get out those steel railings there real quick. There we go. Let's round that corner there. Beautiful. Oops. Just as it was going so well. Now, I'm thinking there is actually, if we go into our store here, we should be, there's a door. Now, how big is this is the question. So, oh Jesus. So, yeah. Can I hinge that there? Kind of. Interesting. Okay. So it's quite large, too large. Let's just put that down just to see. I mean, yeah, I guess I could make that work. Interesting. Is it too big? Okay, first of all, can I get it facing the way that I want it to face? Which would be... Okay, so I need to clip onto... Okay, so like this, but out. Okay, I mean... Let's open that up. Okay, so it opens out where... Yeah. This could work. Okay, let's leave that there. Grab myself a hammer, take down this to see how it looks like. Okay, is that floating? No, that is fine. Alright, let's get up top here. Beautiful. How many more blocks is this gonna be? The question. Okay, let's get rid of those railings for now. Is that railing on the edge there clipping through that block? It's not. Okay. My power line is clipping, but that's fine. We drilled the hole, of course. And I think that would be acceptable. Of course, we have some of our production facilities sticking out here, but who's going to be out here robbing our stuff? It is fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and wall this in. Okay, so this would be my last one. Oops. There we go. And are we connected here? We need to go one more, but let's get you onto grid, perhaps. Okay, I can get that from the bottom, no problem. Let's fill in this wall here. No need for a roof, of course. I mean, we could put a roof on it, I guess. That's a nice little entrance. Let's go over to the left here and see what I have going on. Okay, so we have a stairway coming up here, which kind of leads inside. Anyway, so this door isn't stopping anybody, but that's okay. Nobody's going to steal our stuff. And we have some railings here on the outside, so this side is pretty well taken care of. I mean, we could continue this wall here, but let's get some support here actually. Clean up that conveyor system ever so slightly. Okay, let's get the drainite out. Beautiful. And we can blast back a little bit of this wall here. Let's get you into grid build, please. Or snap build, I should say. Do blasting. Yeah. So, we continue our wall here. Kind of making those railings a little bit redundant, but I'll run up there and take care of that in a moment here. Okay, we need a bit of a foundation there. Okay, let's go up top here. How does that look? Ah, we can leave those railings, that's fine. Looks okay to me. Should I fill in this wall for complete support under this? Why not, I guess, right? We're here now, let's do it. The conveyor belt is going nowhere, that's for sure. A bit more then. Okay. Alrighty. And that snow is looking nice there. How does that look? I mean, I think it looks okay. I guess everybody has preferences. Now we should probably support this further out, but I mean, I guess it's fine. It's made of steel, right? It's going to be strong. But it is carrying a heavy load. Interesting, interesting. Let's get a support under you. Of course it doesn't line up. Why would it? Alrighty. It's no problem, we'll get that taken care of. There we go. Let's get one more layer in there, and that's not too bad. A little bit more here, perhaps. Actually, no. Not there. Okay, let's not wreck everything. Of course I wreck everything. So this was an elevator which is going to my trommel, I believe. Yeah, that should be okay there. Alright, let's get some railings back out then. So we should be on grid build. We are. Let's just finish off the kind of way I have this looking here. Nah, that's fine. We can probably snap to this race. We cannot. Okay, no problem. And we have our footpad out the top here. We need a bit of dirt, but that's okay. Should be a little bit messy. It is a working site. Hmm. So this bit over here is the only part we really haven't done a whole lot with. So let's clean up this mud here with the Draenite. Get ourselves back on snap there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Get rid of that dirty overhang. Okay, so we need a little bit more space there to continue this foundation. That's not going to be a problem. Alright, let's lay out what we want here then. We can continue straight. So it's back onto grids there. And we can angle out this way a little bit, perhaps. Yeah, that will clean up nicely, I'm pretty sure of it. And over here. So we started with railings on this side, I think. Let's just finish this bit off here with a couple more. Go in here. Let's just blast this, be a little bit lazy with it, why not? Okay. And there we go. That is nice. Nice and clean. I'm happy with that. A little bit of dirt there. No, it's just a shadow that caught my eye. So let's get up top here. Up to the actual mine itself. Footpath around here is pretty decent. Got our big doors at the front there. I'm not sure that I like those doors, but they're there now, so they're staying. We have a little bit of a parking area out here at the front, so that will do. We could give ourselves a bit more of a foundation out the front here, perhaps. Let's get rid of that real quickly there. Get ourselves back onto grid. Alright, let's just do some blasting here. Why not? Let's get rid of this crap real quick. There we go. Couple more blocks here, and that will do nicely. How is that ramp looking? Ah, it looks okay, no problem. And safety first, of course. I wouldn't like anybody to fall off the side of my parking area here. Get the pickaxe out, make a little bit of room to get this down. There we go. Oops. And a couple more railings. Let's just buy a bunch of them. I'm probably going to use them at some point. Why not? If I could spell, it'd be good. Go ahead and grab 100 of those there. Why not? No. That will do nicely. Where are my vehicles is the question. Where is the Jeep? Okay. The easy way to find that is to just go to it. It's over here at the home base, or the first facility, I should say. Alrighty, let's get over there. Oops. And from a distance it looks quite reasonable there. Alright, let's get my little 4x4 parked up in its new home there. Don't crash it into the wall. There we go. That's the perfect space for you, I would say. So how is this? Okay, so it's kind of clipping into our wall there when it opens. That's not ideal. Okay, and that's obviously not ideal up there either. Perhaps, please, there we go. Okay, let's try and grab these doors and fix this real quick. So we put it from the inside, so I guess that means we want to try and snap it from out here. Just like this, but like this. No? Yeah, now it is working. Beautiful. And we have a whole bunch of crap in our inventory, so let's go ahead here and get ourselves a storage. If I could spell, it'd be amazing. There we go. Now, where will we put you is the question. Let's just put you right here in the corner. And that, it's clipping there. Of course it is. And leave ourselves a little bit of room to maneuver in here. So over here at this back wall, nice space for it there. Get rid of some of this crap in my inventory. Railings, lights. We'll keep the cables, you never know when you need them. We have a bunch of power pylons there, that's quite a lot of money. More pylons. This can go. The dozer, I will drop that somewhere. We have a bunch of dynamites we're gonna need. Concrete floors, I haven't used those in quite a while. So yeah. Inventory a little bit cleaner there as well. So I think I'm gonna leave that I'm gonna leave it at that for today. A little bit of coal mining. One quest done. 36 episodes there, but we managed to finally complete a quest. And a bit of an upgrade there to the operation, I would say. A little bit cleaner. Yeah, quite happy with that. So cheers for watching, appreciate that. All the best to you.